Hi everybody, Chef Danny Davis here, and I'm in Monaco with Chef Chris. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, very well. Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you, eh?
You too.
So we've had a bit of an afternoon. We went up to the Yacht Club upstairs, had a few coffees, talked to a few people, and had some prosecco as well, which was quite nice.
Oh, it was really good. Really good.
I wanted to bring Chris along and introduce you to my fans.
Hi.
And tell me a little bit about yourself. So, Chris, how did you become a chef?
Actually, it started in a very early age when I was with my grandma cooking. I think that's like the classic way.
And where are you from, by the way?
Oh, actually, I'm a German. So, yeah, German, old school.
So
yeah,
out in Germany with grandma, and she's making some
absolutely
beautiful Bavarian food, right?
Yeah, I'm from Bavaria, so Bavarian food like pork knuckles and soups and all this very heavy food, which, yeah, was very typical. But of course, over the time, when I found my style, it changed a little bit to low carb. But yeah, actually.
So explain that to me. You went from cooking with grandma. Did you go to culinary school after that, or into a restaurant?
So in Germany, you actually have a dual apprenticeship to be done, which is about 3 years.
All right.
You choose a hotel, restaurant, Michelin style, brasserie style, whatever it is. So you basically have 2 weeks hands-on cooking, and 1 week learning all the admin work, all the stuff what you have to learn on paper with style, with bacterials, HACCP related, etc., etc., etc.
And you do that for 3 years. That's a really good foundation into cooking, isn't it?
Yeah, you literally.
So what did you do after that? Where did you go from culinary school?
So after culinary school, I went to Switzerland. Had a little bit style of Swiss cuisine, Mediterranean cuisine, but also Asian crossover fusion. And this is what I did after culinary school.
Fantastic. Did you work in any restaurants or anything like that?
Yeah, actually, sorry, what was it?
So did you work in any restaurants?
Yeah, after culinary school, I worked in Michelin star restaurants, in gourmet restaurants, in London, in Germany, of course, in Australia, in Switzerland. So quite worldwide operation.
Yeah, wow, you got around, eh? So how did you go from being a restaurant chef to jumping on a boat and becoming a yacht chef?
Actually, I was a cruise line chef first. I stepped on the cruise lines first with a German brand, then an American brand for 2.5 years, been the executive and head chef. And after Corona happened, the industry went down, and this is how I actually stepped in the yachting industry.
Oh, right. So all these cruise ships sitting at anchor that I saw in the Bahamas during COVID, you jumped that ship and then moved on to one of these bad boys out here.
Yeah, quite like that.
So
yes.
It's been a short time that you've been a yacht chef, but you've actually been on some fantastic boats, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Please tell me a little bit more about that, the size and the scope of things you've done.
So after the cruise industry went down, I had to find a way how to do some business. And this is how I went in the yachting industry. So I shot my CVs off, and was about 100, 120 emails. It's very hard to get in this industry, especially at this time. And you can't step in as a head chef straight away. So I had to break down and started as a sous chef on 125 plus. And worked there for 2.5 years, and since the restrictions were more loose, more open, I thought, what is this industry actually like? Because it is more than just being on one boat and being in one area. So I made my way around and said, I'm temping quite a lot of time and pick up experience, pick up knowledge, what is the business people dealing with, what is the issue people dealing with, what is nice, to get to know the different styles, different sizes, how is it working as a sole chef or just with one chef helping you out as a sous chef. And it was very interesting and helpful.
So temping, so like freelancing, going from different boat to different boat. You were telling me you went onto a sailboat recently. Tell me a little bit about that. How did that go?
Yeah, so it was the first time for me being on a sailboat after working 10 years on motorboats. It was very difficult, but what I need to say is it's very interesting how the environment is. It is totally different to motorboats. The team spirit is absolutely incredible. they are more like family style, more helping each other. What I don't want to say is they are not helping on motorboats. That's wrong. But on a yacht, on a sailing boat, is much more closer.
Yeah, there's like a different vibe, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Chris, from the sailboat, you moved on to other boats. Is there any kind of favorite dish that you like to cook, or something that you like to do on the boats which stands out and puts your signature on it?
Yeah, I just recently went actually from one day to the other, sailing boat straight back to a motor yacht.
And a big one, right?
Yeah, it's a 75 plus at the moment. Quite busy operation, big operation, which I personally like. I love to be busy, not just hanging around. But there's much more opportunities, having some crew cooking classes and doing some other nice things for the crew.
Oh, yeah, you were just telling me about the crew cooking classes. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit more about that. What did you do?
The crew actually was talking about, they're cooking at home, this and that. And then I thought, why not having a cooking class on the boat? Why not doing something for the crew to motivate them, to make them something new experiencing and learning? So we went
great
from,
team building, right?
it's amazing, it's amazing. We went from risottos to homemade pasta, get all the nice brands on, some nice truffles, scallops, incredible olive oils, etc.
From Fernando.
Yes, from Fernando Pesato, of course. Yeah, and this is also basically what's my style. I'm very low carb oriented, very light food. So I like people enjoying 3-4 courses, not being full, but enjoying a drink afterwards, or dancing, clubbing a bit. You know, not being full, but having fun afterwards. Yeah. So I'm using lots of herbs, garlic, rosemary, thyme, lemon. So I'm very focused on Mediterranean style food, but this is just a little area. Have been cooking Japanese, have been cooking Middle Eastern food. So you always pick from everywhere something, so you're not just focusing on one particular point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as a yacht chef, you have to be a different restaurant every night of the week. So to have a big repertoire is really important to make it as a yacht chef.
Yeah, it's important, and it's also nice because your sous chef, you have a mission to complete. Basically, you want to make your sous chef become better than you are. You want to teach your sous chef much more than you're actually capable of, and also push a little bit. So, and that makes it very interesting. But if you're just focusing on one point, you make the sous chef not learning, and it gets frustrated at a certain point for yourself as well, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Living in those small, close quarters every day with the same people can get a bit frustrating. So I think it's fantastic that you push on your sous chefs and help them become head chefs of the future. Chris, tell me, what's next for you?
So at the moment, I'm quite booked on this boat I'm working on right now. It's a big operation. And in general, when I'm not on the boat, then I'm having a little business myself. So I'm doing cooking classes for private people, but also if someone books me in, or doing consultant work on yachts, on shoreside, if there's a new building it up, or if some yachts struggling with communication between galley and interior side, which is always a big point.
It is.
Unfortunately, but it is. You can't mainly solve it during the operation, so you need to have someone else coming in who guides both sides a little bit.
Yeah, like a marriage counselor.
Exactly.
of that relationship.
Exactly.
So if people want to do that, Chris, how do they get in contact with you?
So I have an Instagram account, of course. Consulting and Cuisine. You can find it on that.
Yeah, and that's on Instagram. We'll put it here.
Yeah, you can get in touch with me, and we do bespoke trainings. We do trainings for the chefs. Get some new information in. Maybe get someone in from outside who doesn't know your operation, and brings new input.
Yeah.
New styles. What you maybe already know, but you can pick up always something from someone.
That's fantastic. So I'll put a link below to your Instagram page if people want to get in contact with you. Is there anything you want to say to anybody?
Yeah, well, thank you very much for listening to this little speech. and I hope you're having a good time. If you need a chef urgently, this is also what I'm doing. Call me up, write a message, and I'm ready to go with him a couple days. Exactly. Right. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure, Chris.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for talking to me today, and let's enjoy the rest of the show. We've got some drinks over there at Blue Water.
Oh, we should. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
All right.
To see more clips, go to Behind the Line with Chef Denny Davis, or check me out on Instagram at Future Chef Project.
Bad from me bad, where you get your mother from?